it. Sometimes people say, like you rightfully said, I have my own business. Of what value is it to me? And of course, those who are in government would be like, yeah, we need to develop, we need certain things to happen. So what would be the viable alternatives, a balance between environmental conservation and, development focus? Would there be a very clear balance, and how would we go about it?
There is, when you engage people for an honest conversation, you get ways out of the Ritz-Carlton was even an easier thing to work on, because you sit back and say, why do you want it to place it there, right next to the migration route? Obviously, for client. So he want to take advantage of clients.
Tourists.
Say no. Let us first of all protect the migration path.
Yes.
And the river. So this is the alternative for you. You take it or leave it. And I'm sure they would have built the hotel where you suggest it's built. But right now, in Kenya, you coerce people, you corrupt people, you go and call a community and, you do many things, and then people think it's okay. Without putting the thinking hat, what is the future of this structure in terms of migration routes, in terms of the river, because it's by the river, by the way, and so on and so forth. All we have done is to enrich someone, because someone will now say, which is the best place that I can go and I'll see this? Whatever you're calling it. So we must balance these things. Even people who are doing business have to ask themselves, do I want a rush business? I get quick money and run out? Or do I want to build my organization around an ecosystem that I am supporting? And the second option to me would be the best for any businessman to undertake.
Prof, it's sad that you look at the continent as is and examples that do exist. We have solutions on how we can live with the environment better. Why? You look at a country like South Korea. South Korea, at the time when they were developing, they put up concrete structures, roads from here, climbing up and down. But as we speak, they actually brought down an entire highway and brought back water, and ecosystems have regenerated because they realized the importance of humans, nature coexisting together, and that has shown that even in a fast-paced environment like South Korea, individuals go to depressurize in these green spaces that they do have, because there is connection with nature. You go to even developed countries today, they would tell you go to spaces where you just need to step on grass because there is touch with nature, and that has medicinal value that gets through your feet. And here we are with everything that people did wrong that they're now rectifying. We are able to see and learn from that and do it better. When some of us came to Nairobi, because others were not born in Nairobi, Wayaki, we had canopy of trees all the way, and it was a beautiful sight to see. Then development is there, and rightfully so. Many would say we want development, but how do you have development and work together with nature so that it makes sense? Many ask today, why is it that when it rains in Nairobi, flooding? The other day we were being told
69 people died.
It's unfortunate. The other day we were being told by a professor here who said the reason is because we got rid of our green spaces. Therefore, when this water comes, runaway water, it has nowhere to go because water is not being seeped down. If you look at the bigger conversation on development versus life, what makes sense? You talk about not being consulted as someone who sits at the board, right? But the other time when you're being consulted on the individual who's let off part of his land for that corridor, you are consulted. Why are we not seeing individuals flouting the law, or rather taking advantage of the law when it benefits them only?
Greed. Greed is biggest enemy of our country's development. People don't want to follow the law because they want to save their money or they want to grab public assets. People believe that's the only route to billionaireship. And we all, unfortunately, praise, bend our heads, clap, ululate for these billionaires.
Yeah.
That is the crux of the problem. You go to a place like Denmark and find a people who are at home with themselves.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister rides a bicycle to his office and back home. He stops by a small shop to buy milk and puts it on his bicycle. No one is with him. Not a policeman, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay? And he goes his way. And that's their nature. You never see people crowding him because he's the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
He's just doing his job, and I'm on mine.
Yeah.
And it's not because the Danish are wealthy.
No.
They are wealthier nations.
Yeah.
And for that matter, most of the people in that region are like that, whether you go to Sweden or you go to...
And they're healthy.
So it's us to choose how we want to live. Do you want to always be a person who looks up to other people for you to get well because you're sick, for you to feed yourself because you're hungry, for you even to get your child to school because they need to go to school? If you believe that you need somebody, then you are in the wrong. We should be asking the government to empower us to be able to do all those things, to feed well, to educate our children, and to go to a hospital where you find medicine. But now, the guy who is in charge of hospitals and medicine is coming to you to give you 1,000 shillings. For what? See, he goes and buys medicine for the poor. Are we together?
Yeah.
So you could know we've got things the wrong way. And unfortunately, the bottom is heavy. Because at the bottom, people don't even have the luxury to listen to what we are talking about. Are we together?
Sure.
So what is left for this country? Only a revolution can change.
So how do we mobilize and organize around
That's what I'm saying, that there has to come a time when young people, like yourselves, will say no. And I can begin to see it. You look at the Gen Z and the conversations they're having, and they will say no, and their no will be no completely. 100%.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you change a system. Because our way of doing things have been transformed to them doing things for us.
Yes.
You go to a village poor where I grew up myself, and by the way, just like you know,
We came to Nairobi.
I came to Nairobi, and when you go there, oh, Prof is here. Hey, let's go and see him. What they are looking for is something from you. I'm not a politician. I have no whatever, but because they know I went to Nairobi and I'm back home here, they want something. Or even if, by the way, even buying them bread, bread.
Yeah.
That is enough to say, oh, you know. But is that the culture you want in this country? I don't believe so.
And I think,